We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Friday, June 9th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. Just a reminder, you can catch Newsbreak each weekday at 7 a.m. Watch it on djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal's mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. Going to take a quick look at news, sports, and weather for Northeast Mississippi. Let's start with the weather forecast. For today, going to have clear skies, a high of 83 degrees, low of 60, a 10% chance of rain. 3-day outlook warming up a bit. Saturday, mostly sunny skies, high of 88, low of 66, 10% chance of rain. Sunday, partly cloudy with a high of 89, low of 70, 10% chance of rain. And then we could get some scattered thunderstorms on Monday, high of 86, low of 71. The chance of rain is 50%. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from the Daily Journal and djournal.com on this Friday. A civilian panel intended to advise the Tupelo Police Department on community relations is expected to meet for the first time by month's end. All nominations to the 9-person board have been formally offered by Mayor Jason Shelton and City Council members. The nominees will be placed for approval on the Council's June 20th meeting agenda. And assuming those nominees are approved, Tupelo COO Don Lewis said the advisory board will have its first meeting June 27th at 9 a.m. in the community room of TPD headquarters. Among the nominees are a retired Tupelo police officer, a retired hospital chaplain, and an immigration attorney. A city council member will act as liaison to the advisory board. That liaison has not yet been selected. The advisory board is intended to help forge stronger links between the police department and the community, particularly minorities. The creation of this panel was among a package of proposals by Shelton's administration in response to protests over the shooting death of a black man by a white Tupelo officer. More than 36 Lee County teens are spending the week at Camp Tickawitha to learn about nature, themselves, and others. The overnight camp is hosted by the Lee County Sheriff's Office D.A.R.E program. There are a host of activities offered all day long to challenge both the bodies and minds of rising 7th to 9th graders. The 40 boys and girls are spending the week in the wilds of Chickasaw County with no phones, tablets, or earbuds. They've been kept busy building boats, riding zip lines, climbing rock walls, and swimming. The campers are divided into 4 groups with 2 peer helpers for each. Those helpers are older students who have been through the D.A.R.E program. The students are intentionally placed in groups away from their normal classmates. This forces them to get out of their comfort zone so they can get to know and trust others during the myriad team building exercises and activities. An unusual amount of rain early this month has been both good and bad for local farmers. Tupelo saw just over 6 inches of rain in the first week of June, a good 5 inches above what is normal for the entire month. Jimmy Sheffield, who was at the Tupelo Farmers Depot on Thursday, said several of his crops are fine, but he is worried about his tomatoes. Sheffield said the rain has cost him about half his tomato crop. Catherine Wise of Wise Family Farm in Pontotoc said the wet weather has made it hard to get into the fields to pick crops. On the other hand, Gary Haynes of Saltillo said the rain has helped his flowers. Haynes offers flower arrangements and herbs. The area is now enjoying a string of dry days, but more rain is on the way next week, starting Monday. And in sports, Ole Miss golfer Braden Thornberry had a solid day in the opening round of his first pro event. Thornberry, the 2017 NCAA champ, shot a 1/71 at the FedEx St. Jude Classic in Memphis on Thursday. He made the turn at 2 under, but then started missing fairways, leading to 3 bogeys on the back 9. Thornberry said a few minutes on the driving range should get his swing back in order. The Olive Branch native, who attended DeSoto Central High School, also got to catch a glimpse of one of golf's best. Thornberry said he watched Phil Mickelson hit a shot or two, which he called pretty cool. Thornberry is back on the course today with a scheduled tee-off time of 2 p.m. as part of the day's final group. That does it for Newsbreak on this Friday. We do want to remind you to check out one of the podcasts we produce here at the Daily Journal, The Memo, all things Northeast Mississippi news and entertainment with myself and W. Derek Russell. New episodes every Wednesday and Friday. Find it in iTunes, your podcast apps, or at memo.djournal.com. Be sure to look for today's episode in which we visit with Jenna Parsons and talk about her story on Lula Lee's in downtown Baldwin. Also, M. Scott Morris gives us his review of the Wonder Woman movie, and Derek tells us what's going on with the local entertainment scene. All the stories I talked about today you can find in your daily journal and at djournal.com. Give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at djournalnow. Give our Facebook page a like as well. That does it for Newsbreak on this Friday. I'm Brad Locke. Y'all have a good weekend.